What's up guys, yugioh Strats back with more single card discussions where we take a look at some of the cards that have impacted Yu-Gi-Oh throughout the years. Today we're going to be taking a look at the card that made VOLCANICs, Blaze Accelerator Reload. Blaze Accelerator Reload can trace its origins back to May of 2007 with the release of the Force of the Breaker booster set and the TCG debut of VOLCANICs. Granted, the archetype didn't make too much of a splash competitively, maybe topping out at like tier 2 at some point in 2007 or so, don't even hold me to that. VOLCANICs had most of everything they needed to be competitive, but they lacked a certain something to keep them uniform. They had a searcher in the form of Volcanic Rocket, field destruction in the form of Scattershot, and even Doomfire, who also served as a beat stick, and a deck thinner in the form of Volcanic Shell. And 6 months after their release in November, they got a monster form of Pot of Avarice with the card Royal Firestorm Guards. Like I said, everything's there for them to be good, but they just lacked one simple thing to keep them consistent. As it turns out, everyone's favorite company, Co-Money, would release the card the deck needed in January of 2015, 8 years after their debut, in the form of Blaze Accelerator Reload. And thanks to the now infamous 10-0 Volcanic build that made it to top 32 at YCS Charleston, it's popular enough for me to make this video. A continuous trap card, its effect reads: this card's name becomes Tri-Blaze Accelerator while in the spell and trap zone. During either player's main phase, you can send one Volcanic card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw one card. You can only use this effect of Blaze Accelerator Reload once per turn. During either player's main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Send one Volcanic card from your deck to the graveyard. Working in either player's main phase, it really fixes the problems that Volcanics had with the lack of consistency. You can combo with cards like Volcanic Shell so that between your draw phase and the end of your opponent's main phase, you'll have drawn 3 times during those 2 turns. And you can even send it to the graveyard to quick summon Doomfire for a quick 3000 beater. And nothing says utility like having an effect while it's on the field, as well as it's into the grave. Due to having Blaze Accelerator in the name, you can wipe your opponent's board clean on their main phase before they get to the battle phase by sending Scattershot from your hand or deck through one of its effects, both of which make this card a bitch to deal with. And the fact that Volcanic Rocket can get Blaze Accelerator from the deck or graveyard means that even if all 3 are used early on, as long as they aren't banished, you can recycle them thanks to the deck's main searcher. It isn't often that a deck's main search card can actually recycle cards as well, but I personally like to attribute that to the fact that Volcanic's monster searcher is beyond trash. Overall, Reload adds that draw power and little touch of consistency that Volcanics were missing, and single-handedly propelled the deck from a garbage tier, useless piece of crap right up to a solid tier 2 deck in the January 2015 format. And the deck is still lingering on today in the April 2015 format, even if it is only Rogue. And that's our look at single card discussions, Blaze Accelerator Reload. Stay tuned for our next video, and feel free to suggest some cards to review or profiles to post. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on yugioh Strats. The monster card Dark Ruler Hades, first released in Legacy of Darkness in 2004, has been censored in all instances of TCG artwork that he's appeared in except for one, the card Mind Trust. This has been yugioh Strats with your Yu-Gi-Oh! Fun Fact of the day.